Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the video. Today I'm doing something different. Not really tier list, but more of my top 10 favorite games of all time. And this is a very subject to change tier list. If I made this a while ago, I think two of these games would probably not be on here. But yeah. And the position of my favorite games has also changed. But without further ado, let's kind of get into this. So first, in number 10 spot, I got Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater. I love Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater. I literally have a physical copy of it. I love Snake Eater. It's just, I don't know, the soundtrack, the environment, the gameplay is fun, first of all. The story, but especially the sound. A big thing for me is soundtrack, ambience, all that. Like, I could play a good game, and if it doesn't have like a good soundtrack or good ambience, I won't like it as much as a game that's mid, like okay, but has a good soundtrack and ambience. It's just like I just like Metal Gear Solid 3. I do want to preface real quick. This is not the best video game of all time the best video games. This is my favorite. A game could be Elden Ring, Bloodborne, all that. There could be a game that's better, but a game I like more, if that makes sense. Number 9, we have Fall of Cybertron. Fall of Cybertron's been like, if you ask me like probably like half a year ago, I was like 6, but it's been falling a good amount. I just think I've come to like some games more than others. And Fall of Cybertron, I still love the game. I think, to me, I just love the freedom it has, kind of, in terms of the weapons and all that. I will say, Wars of Cybertron review video, Saturday, 3 p.m. EST, be there. But yeah, Fall of Cybertron. I just love that you play both Autobots and Decepticons without it being like super, you have to play this Autobot for one whole part and Decepticon for one whole part, if that makes sense. Like, you don't have two different game modes or two different stories. That's one story that intertwines. Like, they happen side by side, and it's just really cool. The gameplay is just fun. I love transforming, all that, and Bruticus is just so fire in the game. Okay, number 8 spot, we have Star Wars Battlefront 2. Now, I love Battlefront 2, but it's definitely starting to show its age. Yeah, it's definitely starting to show its age as it's getting older. I'm realizing it's more rickety and stuff than I remember it being. The graphics, while they still hold up pretty well, they're not holding as much. I think what makes this game 8 for me, other than it just being fun and similar, that's actual real. Okay, I'll just pause it. The game simulates what I would want it to feel like. In the game is what a clone trooper probably like has the war as it feels like. It's just, I just love how that works. It gives what we want. And I think what holds this game up for me too is the modding scene. The modding scene for both this Battlefront 2 and the new Battlefront 2 it's so insane. Like, you have a complete graphics overhaul, entire new like, just like eras. Like, people have added KOTOR, people have added like the Mandalorian, all that. People have added mechanics in the game. It's just what people are able to do with Battlefront 2 Classic Collection is just so unmatched because of the modding scenes. And I just think it also helps hold up this game for me. But even alone, the game is still amazing. Next is Halo 2 at 7. I just love Halo 2. I think, to me, it represents everything that the Halo franchise is like for. Halo 3, I've been playing it. You guys see on my channel. I've loved it, but I still just can't fault Halo 2's better. To be fair, the combat, that's the same, but it's just the story and the environment of Halo 2. I love the look of Halo 2, like the original. And it's just, mwah. I love Master Chief's suit in Halo 2. I don't know what to say. The gameplay is good, story's good, and yeah. Number 6. Give me a second. Number 6, Pokemon Black 2. I think most people agree. Gen 5 is like the epitome when it comes to good Pokemon games. Most people, not everyone. I just think a lot of people will. At least the people around me. It's just, it nailed everything. Pokemon Black and White. The speed, the gameplay speed, the story was really good. Like all the Pokemon, the fact you could only use those Pokemon were so cool. However, there were some really minor issues, and then Pokemon Black 2 came out, which fixed all the issues of Black and White. Not only that, it changed the routing of the game. The story was a perfect in terms of sequel, and they added Kyurem and all that. And also, it's just like it flowed so well into Black 2 from Black 1 or White 2, whichever one. Black 2 and White 2 are both equal. I own Black 2. That's why I put it here on there. And it's just like, there is no other Pokemon game that was a perfect sequel that flowed in as seamlessly as Black 2 and White 2 from Black and White. And it's a Pokemon game. It's amazing. Like, the gameplay is obviously going to be Pokemon gameplay. But the sprite work, I love Black and White. The Gen 5 sprites are my favorite anime sprites, or favorite sprites in general. When I play Showdown, I always try to turn on Black and White sprites, just because I love them so much. And then triple battles, rotation battles, all that was so cool. The only thing stopping this game from being the perfect game, and even being my top, like, 5, is PokeStar Studios, like that general thing. And it wasn't even too terrible of, like, a detour. But the game is just amazing. At number 5, we have Bloodborne. Bloodborne, as I said, my Souls tier list, my favorite Souls game. Sorry, I was just checking my mic was on, because it'd be really sad if I went through this whole video without realizing that. But anyway, I just think Bloodborne nails atmosphere. It just nails the atmosphere of, like, the Lovecraftian horror. The bosses, I think, are some of the best bosses in Souls game. The difficulty in Bloodborne is crazy, but it's also like, it kind of feels like you build up to it. It is not first Souls game. It is not. But it is also not like the game is hard all the way through. It starts you out fairly, like, easy, if that makes sense. And then it's just mwah. The combat's really fun. I love even the starting weapon in Bloodborne is amazing. You get the ching, it extends and goes out. It teaches you that the weapons in this game are going to be different than the weapons in other Souls games. And they even showed the guns. Let's be real, in Souls games, the only reason you use bows are to take out enemies that are, like, you can't reach normally. Like, an enemy on the ceiling or something, that's how you take it out. Or an enemy that summons other enemies, you take it out so it doesn't summon them. Like in Elden Ring, I forget the screaming guys, you take them out so other enemies don't come. But Bloodborne, the gun is literally useful for, like, mid-combat, boss battles, all that. The gun, it's just amazing. I love Bloodborne. I need a remake with 60 FPS and modern graphics. So next, this game, Resident Evil 2 Remake. Now, I have played Resident Evil 4 Remake, in case you're wondering. I just love Resident Evil 2 Remake. I love original Resident Evil 2, and I loved 4 better than the original 2. But in terms of remakes, I think when I'm playing Resident Evil 2, I know I'm getting to horror, and I think it nails, like, all the horror and stuff. To me, it is probably the second scariest Resident Evil game. First is definitely 7, but I think the gameplay combat with the guns, if you feel limited, but you also feel like not limited, makes sense. Like, there's obviously gonna be tons of ammo and stuff everywhere, but I still feel like I'm somewhat constrained. I love the boss battles. Again, like I said earlier in the video, atmosphere is a lot when I'm playing a game, and Resident Evil 4 nails that atmosphere of horror. Like the broken down city, The boss battles they thought were really fun, and I liked how they were
If it's
treated
worth
differently.
showing off, it's worth protecting.
Mhm.
Add tech coverage.
Yes. Background music. Yeah. I just think, I just love Resident Evil 2. Leon Kennedy, one of my favorite video game protagonists. I love how he plays Claire too. Same gameplay, but still, same story, everything, but still adds a bit of variety. And yeah. Next at number 3 spot, Fire Emblem Awakenings. I'm replaying Fire Emblem Awakenings right now, and it's only gotten better. Originally been 4, but replaying it, I just love it. First of all, the best part of the game to me is obviously the sprite work in the combat to me, because I love having little sprites on the map. I just love it. Sprites are just one of my favorite things in games. It's really cool, and I feel like it's a lot more. It feels just a lot more stylized, kind of. I don't know how to put it, than 3D models. Because 3D models are there, yeah, but I feel like sprite works you can be more intricate with in terms of design. It leaves more to your imagination how a character fully looks in 3D. And luckily, you still also get that because the combat section you go 3D. I just love it. I love that 3D combat. And I don't know, Fire Emblem, I just love. I like that type of gameplay where you have your units, you have to fight. I think the best thing about Fire Emblem, the series, the Awakening in particular, is the fact that it's not easy. The series is not easy, especially in Awakenings. Your units can die in like 2 hits, 3 hits, in terms of encounters. So you gotta strategize, especially in Awakenings, because if either Robin and Chrom die, you lose the game. So you kind of have to protect them in a way. I will say the one criticism I have with Awakenings is that Robin, you can just take our party and only have Chrom be the problem. But who wants to take Robin out of the party? Like, this is your character you created. You're also going to use them. And it's just team up. I love the system of like the children, all that. I just like this, and the story I love. Chrom, Robin, Lucina, all of them great characters, and I just love it. And I think it's kind of that. It's the best example of feeling ancient in Fire Emblem, like in terms of medieval and stuff like that. Because other games like Three Houses and stuff, I feel like have a slight bit of modernity when it comes to them. But I feel like the earlier Fire Emblem games definitely nail what it feels like to be in an older time, and Fire Emblem Awakening is, in essence, kind of a jumble or like a full-on of the original Fire Emblem games. It just feels the most like them, but I think it improves on them every way. At number 2, we have Ocarina of Time. Now, Ocarina of Time, I've played. One part of it is nostalgia. I played Ocarina of Time when I was a kid. Sorry. Like, I have the 64 copy of Ocarina of Time, and I loved it. I just think the Ocarina of Time story is really well to me, because it's a loss of innocence. Like, this Link is giving up part of his life, to like his childhood, to do this. The second he pulls out the Master Sword, you know nothing is gonna be the same for Link. He's no longer a child. He is a man, and he's no longer innocent. He's jaded. He's been through stuff. I think the gameplay is just, first of all, amazing. It was definitely revolutionary, introducing the first lock-on system, and I love the gameplay. It's just block, bow, all that stuff. The story is beautiful. I love time traveling can be mixed in terms of gaming, but they truly do it wonderfully in Ocarina of Time, and it just works in a way that flows. And again, the soundtrack in Ocarina of Time is beautiful. It can generally bring a tear to my eyes sometimes hearing it, and for all those reasons, it's my number 2. And and I'm gonna say 64 version is far better than DS version, 3DS version. Even though it's a graphic overhaul, I think something about the 64 sprites is better. Number 1, my favorite game of all time. If you know, you know. Persona 4 Golden. It is by far my favorite Persona game, and by far my favorite game. I think what makes me love Persona 4 Golden. Well, Golden's a remake of, or not, like a enhanced version of 4. Soundtrack is in the background right now, in case you don't notice. But I think the characters are what really stick to me. Because of all the Persona games, Persona 4 has my favorite characters. Like all the characters I love. Kanji, Rise, Yosuke. It's just my favorite cast of characters. The only character I dislike really is Teddy. And even characters I thought I would hate at first, like I ended up really liking by the end. It's just, I love Persona 4 Golden. I think the combat is Persona combat, so I love it. The bosses, I love the way that it's just your inner self. That's the other thing. The story of Persona 4 Golden, I think kind of speaks volumes to me. Because for a long time, especially in middle school, I was trying to, I said my interests, but it kind of just like, I kind of didn't feel like I wanted to share the fact that I liked anime and stuff like that. Because in middle school, I was growing up at a time where anime wasn't popular. You get made fun of it for liking it, for watching it. And like, it's just, it spoke volumes to me because it's showed me I don't have to keep in and protect myself. I have to find the people around me who enjoy being with me. I have to accept who I am on the inside. Like, I've accepted that I am a lazy person, but I've learned to, you know, kind of live with that. People know I'm lazy. I know I'm lazy, but I can't, just because I know I'm lazy doesn't mean I can't work with it and still find better in life. And it's just, the game speaks volumes to me, and the soundtrack is generally beautiful. My favorite soundtrack in gaming is Persona 4 Golden, followed by Persona 2. I think the series is a great soundtrack, and Golden has my favorite, technically Persona 4. I love the extra parts at the end with Mary. It's just really good. Overall, I can't even put into words, really, fully, about how I feel about the game. And I don't have much else to say. I just want to thank you all for watching this video. I want to ask you to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and down below, share your favorite games. Top 3, top 5, top 10, whatever. And thank you for watching. I'll see you all later. Bye-bye.